Welcome to TradeNBI.com. This is John's reports for the 17th of March. But we keep flirting with that 4K number. We got up within 30 points of it just the other day. It still keeps going back and forth, and that's simply because you've got all this stimulus money that's floating through. But what's the next catalyst? And that's what the market's looking at. We're getting a separation here between a cyan and green along with the steel dipping below. That may provide a little more weakness than some might be expecting. Doesn't look like it will be anything sustained. There's no event taking place in midstream or anything like that, and you have rising shakeout. So just some backfill. So we're going to get that regular back and forth from an NQ standpoint, back above the 50%, straddling right with it. Really needs to move above that negative 7.5 with the red DSC. Otherwise, I would expect this will roll over, interestingly enough. And so you get more of a divergence between the S&P and the NASDAQ now as the days go on. Gold's still trying to capture some kind of support. This shakeout's been a move for some time now. Hasn't improved, and you would think that with the amount of potential inflationary pressures, things would rise, but with the new flux of immigration in the U.S., that's going to really keep the wage pressures down, which will be important. The other element will be energy prices, and being able to keep oil in a reasonable range will be the only things that prevent, which is something that's been prevented for the last decade, really, with all the stimulus that's taken place. So those two elements have been a primary factor. Euro, again, with the hard exit set up and everything, they're still having a little bit of trouble. Still outside the range of where it should be. It should be down closer to 111, 112. But the idea that the U.S. is throwing so much money, as though Europe isn't going to, they're not going to have much of a choice because they're still lockdowns. In fact, Tuscany, where we are, we just avoided going back into a full lockdown, but certain cities within the Tuscan area did. Just crazy policies that serve no purpose. Intraday, it was pretty clean. We went to the peaks and then short signal with the DSC spread. It's pretty straightforward. Went all the way back to the lows. There weren't a whole lot of positive extremes. We had a couple of them that came in right through the mid-range or about here, which is where the low retested and then cut support. And then currently, in a weak spread at this particular stage, and probably expect new lows to take place before the open, and that just pretty much fills in anything left over from the previous day from a positive extreme standpoint. I've been under the weather, but doing my best to recover. As always, though, if I'm up for it, I'll put anything relevant on the Skype chat. Trade well.